Shiva. Om Namo Shiva. So today's meditation is slightly different from the other meditations because usually I start a meditation, I use the sound energy, say mantra, change or attune my inner vibration to what is it that the group needs. And then my intent is always to help myself and help you together as a group to evolve to a stage where our hearts are smiling and we can serve the universe. So different various paths to take us all together to a joyous place where our hearts are smiling because we can serve and we have the clarity. We have the clarity that only the people who serve, who live for others, have joy. All the other people have sense gratification, which they can call happiness. So for a non-spiritual person, happiness can mean, oh, I will eat something which will be full of sugar or oil, or I'll go to a restaurant. And nowadays there's so many foodies. It is amazing the number of food channels. It is as if humanity does not have access to joy. So we are very hungry for joy because each one is living for himself or herself, and we don't live adequately for others. So we don't feel joy, and we start looking for happiness in food, in sex, in clothes, in vacation, going to a place where to a third world country and lying down on the sun, under the sun on sand, and that's my vacation. And so people are, or I will eat a lot of calories and that will make me happy, or I will rub my body against that of a symmetrically featured uh, person with no fat or with lots of fat, depending upon it, and that will make me happy. So most people are like that. But spirituality means that you understand that joy is not sense gratification, because senses are connected to body. Your body can be really satisfied. There are tons of kings and millionaires and billionaires who have everything that they need for their body and have zero joy. I even once met a millionaire, and it was in Dubai, and so the Arabs, the rich Arabs who get a lot of from doing nothing, a lot of them really don't do much. They get it from the government grants, and as per the laws, if you are a relative of the king, you do get some amount of money every month, enough to live really good with a palace, enough to live with a palace. That's what I'm saying. And he was saying, you Indian guys, you come here, 70% of the workforce in Dubai, etc., is Indians. And the Arabs look exactly like Indians, but that's why they have sort of a dual, some have respect because of some studies in India, but some have got this, oh, I have more money, so I'm a better person. And sometimes that thing that I have more money and we are therefore better people will come back as, oh, you Indians are so, the ultimate word is conjuice, like you are miserly people. You don't spend much. And look at me, I bought this for myself, the latest Mercedes. How many Indians you see in Dubai who have, and there are some families who have been settled over out there, but It was like, I have this car and I have spent this money, so I am not conjuice, I'm not miserly. And your people are. Well, I don't really always represent the Indian people, but okay. Uh, I said, you do know that the Indians, they are working over out here so that they can, by hook or crook, save $100 or $200. Not only Indians, Indians, Russians, Ukrainians, Philippines, though that is the workforce. They live in really bad conditions. 5 people in a room because the most of your salary may be going towards salaries are not really high over there. I was out there as an American, Canadian, North American, so I had a better salary. But if you are in Dubai as a Dubai person or with an Indian passport, your salary is not going to be so. But it will be better than in India, and you might be able to save 100, 200, $300. And those 100, $200, the people from Ukraine, Russia, doing whatever, Indians will be, or Philippines will send back to India. And then on those $100, somewhere in the villages in India where the whole economy is supported by those flow of constant $100 from Dubai. So people are living for their families and they are not really living a very luxurious life. 5 people, 4 people, grown-up people in one room. And I said that these people are not misers. They are saving money to support others while you are spending all this $500,000 that you have spent 560,000 on this SL Mercedes latest. You truly are miser because you are spending money on yourself. And a lot of times you will feel, meet with people who are spending money on themselves. Including, I know some men who got some good girlfriends. And the girlfriends will complain, he's so miserly, he spends only money on himself. He never spends money on anything else but himself. So that is your true form of being a miser. So today's meditation starts from a place where, in contrast to the normal meditation where we just join up as a group, I use the sound energy of the mantras, the holy vibrations. These mantra vibrations inside me, inside you, create a communion, a communication of hearts, and then we can evolve together as a group to a place where our hearts are smiling and we have the divine knowledge that only those who live for others are joyous. Everyone else can be happy in a limited way that they mistake happiness for being comfortable, comfort of the body mostly. I'll wear this clothes, my brand will be Gucci, I will eat in this restaurant, or I'll eat a chocolate or something that tastes good. So working for the taste. And a lot of people nowadays are slaves to the taste because food is the first thing, so we have food channels. It's crazy. People are so much focused. I know of people who go to Whole Foods and spend so much. I was out there in Whole Foods buying eggs and someone bought just for $800 some grocery behind me and it was nothing. And what that means is that people are obsessed. And then the next second, this lady who was with a small child, she was shaking the child for being naughty or something. So the point is that you eat right, but you live without any patience or understanding of how to communicate with love, even to your child. So that is the disconnect, that we people are looking after them. People are taking care of the fat and running when you go running, exercising a lot so that their body is free of the fat. But all that privatization of the body has created a huge disbalance here, because when you reach for this, you can't reach for that. So when you are totally focused on the body, then you have deprioritized your soul. And then whatever you do, your body needs, you do not, or rather we do not live adequately enough for others. We start living enough. We have a judgment. Oh, this is what happened. I don't really like it. What happened? So I don't. My judgment is this happened. I don't like it. Or I meet these people. I don't like his nose. Something, 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 and then I have this judgment. And because I don't really want to be having things that I don't like in my life. So I have this then fear, and because of course things will happen which are we are not going to be comfortable, that fear can create anger. Why is this in my life? And it can happen the other way also, that your fear can drive to an anger because there was something in your life. It could be the behavior of your children or of your partner, of your father, mother, neighbor, or anything that happened on the planet, COVID, non-COVID, whatever happened on the planet. And you came out with a judgment. I don't like this. And the moment you said, I don't like it, life is going to turn in a way that the more you say that you don't like it, the more your face is going to be pressed against it. If you say that I don't like this sort of behavior, that's what you're going to be exposed to more and more, because it's your inner soul asking for this lesson. So it starts at the root causes. Something happened and you said, including your own death or death of someone, including that, and you said, I don't like it. Whatever you don't like makes you uncomfortable. Whatever makes you uncomfortable makes you angry. Whatever makes you angry creates a fear in you. It can also be whatever gives you fear makes you angry. So they are very interrelated, all this, and it starts off with, I don't like this. So the seemingly the true right answer for a spiritual person is, whatever happens, you like it. And you use the mantras, you use the teachings, you use the meditation, or whatever tool you have. You force yourself to like whatever it is that you can't change. Whatever you can change, you change. But you don't go overboard with it. If you try to get something and it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Accept it with grace. Try your best. But then whatever it is, accept it with grace. And I'm going to be giving you the key of how to be the best at whatever you're doing. It starts off when you open your eyes, you see yourself in a body, and you start to have these sensations, and you start to think that you are your body. And then slowly you start to take more and more care only of your body, all the time, increasing this thing. I am my body. I have to take care of I have to take care of myself. Who else will take care of me? What's in it for me? And you start to live for your body. And then with the body, you start to live for your sensations. So food becomes important. The mark of the car that you're driving becomes important. The size of your house becomes important. Even though at the end of the day, you're going to sleep in a very tiny bed. Everything else connected to your body becomes important. And what becomes zero or less and less important is your soul power. So when you have millions and billions, and your soul power is zero because somehow you got this money or success that you call, but your soul power is zero because you're living for yourself. For whatever is your idea. My idea was to make this website, and then this website will make millions, and then it will make billions, and then I'll have so many people working, and this, and it's all fair. But even if you do the same thing and you say, I have created this website and it will enable and it will help people, and then as a side effect, even that is happening. Even people are using this to achieve a lot. I watch them, we work people, they use the holistic. Yes, we are evolving spiritually, etc. And then all the time stealing from the people, stealing and misrepresenting so that they can make more money, and all the time using holistic. No, we are spiritually evolving, so what use is this material things for you? Give us all your money. That also is happening in a lot of ways. So you have to use your balance also. But everything everything is starting off everything is starting off from your not liking. So if you will have this tool to be able to like everything that you cannot change, you are automatically in a place of joy with the ability to serve others, and then you are spiritually enlightened. If you have everything else, you have all the results that you want, millions, billion dollars, relationships, clothes, food, and all that, but you do not have this soul power enabled, which makes you be comfortable no matter what happens, because you like everything. Even if death is happening and you can't avoid it, you like it. If the bullet is coming towards me and I cannot duck, thank you, bullet. Use that spirit. You use that spiritual power. If you cannot duck, you try your level best not to be in a position where you're getting hit. But if the hit is coming, and it is coming, no one can duck death. No one. You duck this bullet, something else will come. So whatever happens or whatever creates fears in others, you have to be internally in a place of I like it. And the first tool that you use is the prayer tool. So you pray for the things that make you afraid. So the first thing we do is we do Om Namo Shivaya, or we do Ameen, or we do Allah Akbar. And we offer, or we do Our Father in Heaven, my favorite prayer. And we offer it to the things that we are afraid of. And then those things that we are afraid of, they show us love. And your fear goes away and your heart opens and you can smile. And you can then achieve anything on the planet. Because you are totally, if this happens, good. If it doesn't happen, I like it. So that's the spiritual mantra. But to get to that place where you have to be able to like all the results, I'm going to tell you a story. So usually I never plan. Today I have planned to share a story. It's from another guru, and I liked it so much. Gurus have no copyrights. So I'm going to be sharing that story. And every time that a story goes through someone, it gets filtered and colored by the personality of the person who's sharing. So nothing is really pristine. It's all colored by the intention to take you to a place where you can smile, be enlightened, and freely, with the ability to say, I like you to everything that you cannot change. Be spiritually evolved by living for others. Not taking care so much of your body, and yeah, take care of it just like you take care of your car, but don't get so much invested. Oh, your car is you. No, your car is not you, and it's insured. Closing eyes. As you close the physical eyes, you are deprioritizing the material world, which is always changing. The world is changing, the body is changing, the thoughts are changing, the people are changing. So you deprioritize the things which are changing, because we are seekers of the truth. Now, if I was to tell you, oh, right now it is 6:20. No, it's 6:21. No, it's 6:21 and 15 seconds. So because I'm changing all the time, you're not able to trust me in reality. You don't trust things. But the indicator of the time, which doesn't really change. The concept of time. We just count the time. No one really understands it. But it is one of the attributes of the great creator and mystery. What exactly is time? No one understands it. No one knows it. Einstein said it's just there so that not everything happens at the same time. But how do we know? We think that time is going, but we are in the same place at a level of spirituality while time and the universe is going through us. Think of it like that. And now with the vibration of Om, you also start to move. So when two things are moving, they are actually immutable in relation to each other. Think of it as two tracks of the train and everything. The train is moving, the world is moving, and this is. But right now, by closing your eyes and focusing on the other track, using the mantra Om Namo Shivaya, which means I see God in myself, I see God in others, by focusing on the immutable, the truth that doesn't change. Just like if you go to water, you become wet and the qualities of water stick to you. You focus on the immutable, the one truth that never changes and is the subset, underlying fundament of everything that is changing. So closing eyes, you focus on that which doesn't change. And of course, your body is changing, so don't care for the body. Your mind, so many thoughts coming and going. Your intellect, you don't think the same way that you thought before the meditation happened or 5 years ago. The intellect is a style of thinking. It keeps on changing. The more books you read, the more you get exposed to more things in life. Your thinking keeps on changing. So focus on not the body, not the mind, not the intellect, whatever is left. Closing your eyes, just focusing on the intent of the group to be one. Om Namo Shivaya. Feel the sound vibration inside you, flowing up and down, up and down. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. With an open heart. The Om Namo Shivaya is opening your heart. The heart which was closed because of all its, I don't like this, so I'm not comfortable. Because I'm not comfortable, I have fear. Because I have fear, I have anger. And when you are angry, your heart is closed and you're ready to explode. And this energy of Om Namo Shiva, I love everything and everyone. Because everything and everyone represents and is from the same creator. This divine knowledge is opening your heart like a lotus. Om Namo Shiva. Om. And we offer it to Jagjit, offer it to Catherine, offer it to Oksana, offer it to Galina, offer it to Hal, offer it to Heather. Everyone who is participating, to Ira, Jean, observer, that is Vera, Kirill, Preeti, Catherine, Sweta, Marina, Neelam, Zarina, Kat, Natasha, Hal. Just offer to others your Om Namo Shivaya from you. To the group because they are accepting it, but now start offering to everyone and everyone on the planet. Invite them to your heart. Invite everyone to your heart who is a part of your life. And let them sit around you. And as you listen to the story, you tell the story to them. Invite the people in your life to your heart. Your heart, when you go beyond body, mind, and intellect, you are in a place of infinity with infinite potential. And the heart is not an organ, it is the center of the universe from where the creator energy of love originated. So that's where you are. That's where we all are. Wherever we focus, we are there. Wherever we focus, we are there. So now focus it in the center of the heart, invite everyone to listen to the story of the emperor and the maestro. And this is a true story. So in the 16th century, India was attacked by the Islamic armies of the Mughals from Afghanistan, Kabul, and they took over India. At that time was a lot of small kingdoms fighting against each other, and also because Om Namo Shivaya makes you very non-aggressive. That's supposed to be one of the reasons. But the thing is, it happened. So the India ended up having Mughal Islamic emperors. So the population was Indian, Hindu, and the emperor was Mughals, and some of them were good, some of them were bad, some of them were good and bad, as are people. An emperor just means that your name is in the history and you have more of a responsibility. And the chances also that you will have a horrible death are more. So don't really invade it. One of them was one of the Shahjahan was one of them, and everyone knows him because when his wife died, he had Taj Mahal made out of white marble, and people do not know it. So he had around 100,000 people involved in making that Taj Mahal. It was, and it's still overall there, and some monument to his to love to his wife. And after the white marble was done, he was so happy with it. He wanted to have right opposite to it, and that spot is still there today. Like Taj Mahal is there, but opposite to it is the place where he wanted another Taj Mahal in black, and white was for his wife's mausoleum where she is buried, and he wanted it for himself a black. He was so happy with the architecture and the perfection of Taj, but he couldn't, because as an emperor he was one of the most cruel ones. And the moment Taj Mahal was finished, all the architecture, all the architects, and all the workers, as repayment for making such a perfect work of art as Taj Mahal, had their hands chopped off, so that no other would be able to repair. But in doing that, he took down the responsibility of. So hundreds of thousands of people lost their hands because they worked perfectly during the creation of the Taj Mahal. So Shah Jahan's grandfather was not like that. He was one of the first more uh, enlightened, even I would say, uh, emperors. And he even tried to create a religion of his own, of friendship and love and respect to God. So he created a mix of Islamic and Hindu, so that he would have in his empire he would have a mixed religion that would be accepted by the Hindus and Islam. So he was very forward thinking in that way. And he was very peaceful. He married Indian princesses so that the Indian kings, instead of fighting, would be related to him, etc. Very strategic person. And he gathered, so Akbar gathered in his court what was called 9 jewels. And these were not, he was very rich, because India was supposed to be very rich. So the emperor was very rich. And these 9 jewels were actually 9 people who are really genius at his time, the best mathematician, the best strategic people, the best architecture, the best poet, the best writer. So he called them, and his court was enlivened. So just so that you know, in 15th, 16th century, the emperors and the kings were very bored. Once someone told Louis XIV, why don't you just chop off the head of Voltaire, who wrote The Social Contract, which is absolutely anti-royalty, because it is suggesting that royal people are not from God and it's a social contract. And he said, if I would kill Voltaire, then who would make me laugh? So people were very bored and Akbar, therefore, as an emperor, he had 9 of these most brilliant people, conversants, and who created an environment, a very lively environment in his court. And people really wanted to be present in the library and be expand their horizons. And his most favorite in those times, there was the movies, etc., was the singer called Tansen. So Tansen was considered, this is the maestro. And Tansen was the master of Indian music, and Indian music is very complex. It takes lifetimes to understand it. Why? Because you have 9 moods, so you have 9 notes. And then each note, you have 4 times of the day, and you have got 4 seasons. So the music has got to be the perfect combination of the mood, the time of the day, mood, 9, 4 time of the day, and then time of the year. And then you switch around and it comes out to billions of combinations. And you have to be able to sing. And Tansen was a legendary singer. It's just said that when he had the art of being able to, with extreme passion, sing the song of rain, and it would rain. It was historical recording. And seemingly, Tansen died because Akbar forced him to sing the song. He knew about the rain one. So Akbar asked him to sing the song which would light up the candles in the palace just by song power. And it burnt, literally burnt Tansen out, but the candles were stuck. So it was like music bordering on magic. And Tansen was considered, he is the greatest singer in the empire. And Akbar, he was also Akbar's very close friend due to that. But no one can really be friends with the emperor. So Akbar, the emperor, and Tansen, the singer maestro. Now one day, the emperor is saying to Tansen, Tansen, I have never heard anyone sing as beautifully as you. You are truly the master. But where did you learn this? Now, all music in India, even now, the traditional music, not the modern music, not the movie, but the traditional music is born out of 2 streams. One stream is what in the West you would say public houses or bordels. So the prostitutes in the ancient India would be singing and dancing. And even today, the most famous Indian singer for the movies, or the most famous in India, she was born as a prostitute to God. Her voice was supposed to be developed in that family for ages, for generations, only to sing the praise of God. And she started to sing commercially. That's okay. But she's considered to be the golden voice in India. And she's now in 90s. But in almost all our movies, all the popular culture, 52% of the songs were sung by her, the famous ones. Her name is Lata, incidentally. So, and the other is singers attached to the House of Lord and singers attached to the public houses. And sometimes there would be a mix. But it would be controlled fully by the teacher, guru. And you had different streams of music, and you had different gurus who would be aligning, and it would all be given orally. So Tansen says, dear emperor, I am just a student of the master. You are calling me maestro, thank you. But my master is Haridas. The emperor was not now. The emperors of both people, but Akbar was very. You think that your master, your guru, sings better than you? And says, there is no doubt about that. I'm but a shadow. I'm nothing in comparison to my master's singing, the magic of his voice. And Akbar says, is he alive? Birbal says, Tansin says, sorry. Yeah, to the last of my knowledge. He's alive. Where is he? Where is he? In the city. He says he does not live in the city. He lives in his village. How far is the village? It's 2 days journey. That's where my guru lives. And he still teaches at times. Sometimes he doesn't. It depends upon him. Akbar says, I will please ask him to come to meet me, the emperor. Tansin says, sir, that is not possible. He never leaves the village, no matter what happens. The emperor then says, okay, send him all this money. We will send to him. It was what with boxes full of gold. And whatever he likes, tell me what he likes. We will send it to him and we'll ask him to come over here. Tansin says, sir, even if you give a hint that you want to pay for his singing by giving him any gifts, etc., it will spoil the matter. He will become angry and then you can just lose it. Then you will never be able to hear it. Akbar says, now I am even more confused, but I want it to really listen to the master now. You are the maestro. I want to listen to your guru, master. So, okay. You are the emperor. I'll see what I can do. And after a few days, Birbal says, Birbal was a friend of Akbar. So he was an intermediary, but Tansin says, okay. The master, the guru, he doesn't teach anyone. He doesn't give any shows. But there is one time of the day when he has been heard singing every day. The emperor says, when? He says, 3 o'clock he goes and takes a bath in the Ganges. And that time he is one of the first bathroom singers. So that time he's singing. And the whole village knows it because he wakes everyone, etc., when he's going and when he's singing there. So that's the one time. So 3 o'clock in the night, the emperor says, the emperor is also a seeker. Says, whatever the conditions. I've had people call me and say, oh, I want to do meditation list. And I said, okay, can you do this or find time on Zoom or can you come for a meeting or something near this church? And they never do. 90% just the moment you mention something specific, it drops out. So Emperor was really a seeker. He says, I will go 2 days journey. I'll take it. I'll take time out from my ruling of the empire. And Tansin says, we have to hide in the jungle where he takes a bath to be. The emperor says, okay, I'll do that. So the emperor and Tansin take the journey, hide in the jungle. And sure enough, 3 o'clock, the guru comes out, wakes up and singing. Goes to Ganges, gives a full concert to the fishes and everyone, takes a bath, comes back. And they say that Akbar just listened to the music and started to cry. And he cried his heart. And they are coming back. Neither Tansin is saying something, neither Akbar is saying something. But finally, Akbar says, Tansin, I've been calling you the maestro. You are nothing. You weren't telling a lie. I thought you were being humble and you had humility, but really, Your singing is really nothing compared to your masters. How is that? Birbal says, sorry, Tansin. Tansin says, oh my emperor, when I sing for you. When he sings for God. Akbar thinks about it. He says, why? Tansin says, why does the sun come up every day? Why does the river flow to the ocean? There is no answer to these whys. There is no answer to that why. You just have to enjoy. So whatever you're doing in your life, you do it for the Creator, not for something. Most of us are doing it for money, Mr. Money. Some of us are doing it for respect. Some of us are doing it for happiness. Some of us are doing it for ego aggrandizement. Some are doing it for satisfaction in whatever they are looking. Whatever you are doing, feeding your child, working in an office, you do it for the Creator. And internally, use the sound vibration of Om or Ami or Om Namo Shivaya, offering whatever you're doing, eating, drinking, offering it to others on the planet, others, everything for others. You're breathing for others, your food for others, you're living for others, your thoughts for others. Because others and the creators are one and the same. Others and creators are one and the same. Om Namah Shivaya. Offer your thoughts. Om Namah Shivaya. Offer your mind. Om Namah Shivaya. Offer your intellect. Om Namah Shivaya. Offer all your acts. Go beyond time, past, present, and future, and offer all your acts to the Creator inside everything and everyone around you. Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Let the energy of clarity flow from the crown of your head to your heart. Om Namo. Tell this story, share it with everyone who is in your heart so that everyone gets the clarity. Shivaya, become one with the clarity. Just dissolve. Om Namo Shivaya. Dissolve in spreading love, light, and clarity. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Bless yourself so that from now on you live for the Creator in total joy. In total joy. Live for the Creator. Do all your activities for the Creator. Internally using the vibration of any prayer that you like. It can be Allah, Vaheguru, Amin, Om Namah Shivaya. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on heaven as in earth. On this day give us our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us from temptation. Deliver us from evil. Thine is the power, the glory, the kingdom. Om Trambakam Yadami Sugandhim Pushtiyadanam Urvarukalam Om Bhurvasa Tatsavaturnam Bhargo Devasya Devam Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhino Sarve Shanti Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasyapit Om Nasto Satana Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityum Ma Mrityum Om Purnamade Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamade Purnamevashyate